Hey, 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 how are you? Thank you for joining. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Thank you to everyone that has taken the time to join me today. I'm going to finish up a project that I started last night with Kim of So Happy here on YouTube and on TikTok. So I'm going to do something that she didn't do in her video. Because it's something that I wanted to do, and I was going to show it to her later. So last night, what we did was started her 12 days of Vlogmas, and her first project was a Christmas tree, a fabric Christmas tree. So we had to draw out our pattern. So this is my pattern. It is the size of a it is a poster board. And I had to draw it twice because I messed it up in here and in here. So I got it all done, and I got the 4 pieces cut, and I got the 4 pieces, I got the 2 pieces at that time put together, and I'm right here starting to stuff it. But I ran out of polyfill last night. So I found my other bag of polyfill, and that's what we're going to do right now. I am going to attempt to tear this polyfill apart and finish stuffing this tree. When I bought this polyfill, I bought it to make dolls with, but what I didn't realize is that it's in a roll. So I'm gonna have to tear this off to get the effect that I need on this tree. And from what I understand, it has to be pretty good and stuffed in order for it to resemble a tree. I'm using the outside of a turning tool to get way up in the top of the tree. Okay. So that one is pretty good. Hello, hello to everyone joining in. Thank you for joining me. Please share the live so other people will know what I'm doing or that I'm here. Thank you. I thought I had burst it. Okay. Okay, so that one's better. Okay, so now I just have 2 more at the top. And this is going to be a pretty big tree. But according to Kim, if you want to do this, there is a download PDF online. You would have to go to her page to get that download link. And her TikTok page and her YouTube page is So Happy. And that's spelled SEW Happy. And her name is Kim. Okay, so now that's 3 at the top done. This one needs some more. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Okay. All right, my top is pretty good. All right, let's get the rest of them done. Ooh. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for coming back. Got that? Hey, hey. I've been on about 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna show you what I did in a second. So last night, the top wasn't, it wasn't filled all the way at the top. And I knew I had some more polyfill. So I just got the top finished. See, they're plump now. So now I'm working on this polyfill. But the thing about this polyfill is that when I bought it for dolls, but I didn't realize that it wasn't already pulled. So it's in like layers. So I'm pulling it, cutting some off and pulling it is what I've decided to do. So I can get it in there and plump around. Oh, okay. So what I'm gonna do is get it stuffed, and then I want to embellish it because she was saying how you could do different things to it, do what you want to do. So my pattern fabric, or the fabric itself, it's got a lot of, it's busy. And I wanted to break up some of that busy. And so I decided to hit my mother-in-law's beads, and that she left. She's got some stuff that she didn't get to use or didn't pan out like she wanted. So I'm gonna use those beads as ornaments. Uh-huh. I bought this polyfill like let's see, in 2022, because I had decided I was gonna make dolls, and I didn't find the pattern. I had not found the pattern, so I just happened to be in a Joann's that particular day, and the polyfill was on sale, so I got it. That's one thing about this polyfill. If you don't buy it already done, you have to spend the time to do it. It doesn't take much, depending on the size of the tree. You just don't want it to look wonky, especially in the area where the peaks are, the peaks and the valleys. Okay, that's one. Okay. All right. Okay, by me having my natural nails, it's gonna do a number on them. I might have to go get some gloves, but I'm not sure. If you're doing a big one like this, I recommend doing the top pieces first. Do all four. Get them like you want them before you move down to the next level. That way you don't miss anything and it doesn't look misproportioned. Because one thing she did say, it has to be able to stand on its own. All right, that's two more on this level. Oh, she's gonna be pretty when she's all filled out. Okay, just need a little bit more on that one. Yes, that's what I was saying right before you came in, that I'm gonna decorate her because the pattern of the fabric, see how busy it is? So I want to break up that monotony a little bit, all that busy. But the one she did last night, she did two different fabrics. One was almost solid, and the other one was a Ankara print. And the way it turned out, it was gorgeous. So she really, if she wanted to, she could still do some decorations on it. But I think it looked good like it was because of that Ankara fabric that she had. Hey, Tajiri, how are you? I'm gonna join her live tonight, but I'm not gonna do the one for tonight because I don't really need a bowl or anything like that. So I'm not gonna do that. I'll probably just sew something else. It's a Christmas tree. You know Kim of So Happy? She's doing 12 days of Vlogmas, and last night was her first night. And so she did fabric Christmas trees. So I didn't get to finish mine last night because I ran out of polyfill and I had to go digging for what I had. So that's what I'm doing now, finishing it up. Trying to get it done. And it's got to have so much polyfill in it per the size so it'll stand up on its own. So that's what I'm doing. Hello. Thank you for joining. Please share the live if you're just coming in. Okay, that's those. I need a little bit more. And then I'll be on the last tier. Thank you. Kim's last night was gorgeous. Hers is what color green is that? Forest green, I would say. Kind of like a forest green. It was gorgeous. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, last night, 7:30. Last night she came on. Yeah, I think last night about 7:40. But yeah, her time is she's got it posted at 7:30. She's doing tonight. She's doing uh a bowl, and she wants you to go to the what she calls the 125-cent store. Do y'all know what the 125 penny store is? That's what she calls it, so we won't get in trouble. Go there and get the supplies you need. You go to her page and she'll tell you what it is, but go to the 125 penny store to get your supplies for tonight's project. Y'all make sure that you are poking out your points if you're doing this project, so the tree will look like a tree. Okay. Oops. Unwanted dimple. Let's fix that. Oh yeah. Okay. Next section. I'm on my last tier. And my last tier is rounded just like hers, so it will have some stability. I'll show you the pattern again. She had us rearrange it, or you can go to her page and you can see the actual link to download it. But this is mine. It is the full size of a piece of poster board. And I did have to make this twice because I messed up this area and this area the first time. Oh, okay. Yeah, check her out. She'll be there at 7:30 tonight. Okay, so this area here is really where you have to make sure that you have enough in there so it'll stand up. I think I paid like $2 or $3 for this polyfill when I got it. That was a good deal from what I was understanding at the time that I bought it. I hope she turns out to be cute. Okay. Okay, so you get that picture, so I need to fix that. Hold on. Okay. All right, let's turn her over to the next one. Okay. Yes, I'm loving it. I am loving it already. I wonder what else she has up her sleeve. Uh-oh, I didn't come around far enough. I might have to put that on the machine. I got to come around. That's another thing, too. Make sure that you come around on the hip here. Make sure you come around to where it's flat again, and so that it will stay closed for you. So I'm going to have to put that on the machine to close it up to right there. I'm gonna skip that one for now. Let's see how this one looks. Okay, this one's good. Because I'm gonna have to fix that. Yep, yep, yep. She is going to be cute. I love it. Looks like I may not have any polyfill left out of this bag, but at least it finally got used because it was just sitting back there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right, last one. Yeah, she's good. Hold on just a second. I think I might do one if it depends on if I find a piece of fabric that I know I'm not gonna use, because I had a lot of fabric that was donated to me. I've already used a good bit of it in garments. So if I find another piece that that will accommodate this pattern, and this is 2 yards of fabric on a 17-inch. It was 17 inches wide, so it did fit. But you have to cut 4 on the fold. So if I find another piece that that I can stand to part with to do this, I probably will. I've almost used up all of my donated fabric that I think I have used it all, but I'm gonna check to see. I had some leopard print, what I made that dress out of, that shirt dress, but I'm not sure if I used it all. So down here is where we have to make sure that it's a good bit in there. Not that much left. All right. Okay. Okay, so hold on, y'all. Let me go to the machine and fix this side so I can stuff her. Be right back. Okay. All right, so I got it fixed around that foot so I can stuff it. And what I'm gonna do is, because it is hard to get under the machine to sew this together once you get it stuffed. So once you get it stuffed where it needs to be, you're gonna have to hand stitch it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the seam allowances where they're supposed to be. And I'm gonna pin it so it'll already be where it needs to be when I hand stitch. It doesn't take much. Once you get it full, it pretty much stays. Okay. All right, let's work on this one. Finish her up. It is big. It is big. I thought it was gonna be kind of like what Kim had, but it's big. And the way she has you put the two finished pieces together, when you come down the center seam, you have to turn your bottom seam allowances in before you come to the bottom, so you will have them already in place, which I am so glad I made sure to follow the directions, because I'm telling you, I'm too much of a perfectionist and I would have thrown this away. because I would have had to start over at some point. All right, that's 2. All right, let's work on this one. And then we're gonna decorate it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. She may go on the fireplace. She may go on the fireplace. Right there. Not sure yet. Because she's definitely too big for the mantle. The mantle is too narrow. So it won't go there. She'll fall off. So it might just sit in front of the fireplace here. If I make a smaller one, then it could go up there. But I kind of like this size. Okay. Hi. A fabric Christmas tree. Hold on, I'll show you. I was on Miss Kim's live last night after you left. Hi, thank you for joining. For those of you that are new here, thank you for joining. Welcome in. For those of you who are just joining and you're returning, thank you for returning and joining me today. I'm finishing up the first Vlogmas project for Kim of So Happy. Go over to her page and you can see her finished one from last night, and whoever else, I'm not sure if they posted to her page or not, but you can see those over there. And you can also see her second day information for the project for tonight. If you want to do her 12 days of Vlogmas. Her page is So Happy, S-E-W, Happy, both here on YouTube and on TikTok. And she will be live on TikTok tonight to do the second project. A bit of information, if you have an industrial machine, then if your industrial machine has a zigzag, you can do that project for tonight. But if not, then you would definitely need a domestic machine with a zigzag stitch. That's for tonight's project. Almost finished. Now I don't have anything for dolls. But that's okay. How much did I pay for this? That's not what I paid. I didn't pay $12.98. I paid half that price for this. And as you can see, I've had it so long, the bag was already tearing up. But I didn't pay $12.98 for it. I know I didn't. It was a half off sale or something in Joann's that day. Okay, almost. Did I fix her? Let's see. Okay, so let me get the pins in this one. And we'll see if she's gonna stand up. I'm hoping she'll stand up. Ouch. I didn't quite get around this hip, but I'll do that before I sew up this side. Almost, almost. Couple more pins to have it secure. All right, one more. I'll fix that later. Okay, pins are in. How does that look? She turned out good, and I've got her stuffed pretty good, so she will stand. She will stand. Okay, so now, what am I going to do? How am I going to decorate her? So I already had some jump rings for jewelry. So what I'm going to do, and I had some earrings, because I was going to make some earrings for myself at one point. So I have the earring hooks. So my mother-in-law had beads left over for stuff that she didn't do. Let's see how this will look. See that? It's a metal, it's a two-piece metal spike, and they resemble icicles. So what I'm gonna do is put another jump ring on, and we are going to put an earring on, an earring hook on. Let's see if this one works. And then we're gonna hang it. Miss Alethea is talking to you, son. So open that up a little bit, like that. And we're gonna put this jump ring on. I'm gonna put it on the middle one. We're gonna close it back up. And then I'm gonna put an earring on it, an earring hook, and see if I can hook it into the fabric. Let's see. So I really need to have that open to get both of those. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I'm successful. Ha. Success. So, can you see that? It doesn't break up the monotony just yet, but let's try something else. Let's see. Let's see. Nope. Okay, so we'll leave this one. All right. So we got icicles covered. We got icicles covered. All right, let's see. Let's see what I can figure out with some of these little pins here. I'm gonna try 3. Yeah. Let's get the jump ring on and see if that's, no, 4. There we go. There. And a jump ring. Whoops. Thank you. Jump ring and an earring. Shoot, I might put these earrings on my own self. Shoot, what you talking about? I'm already getting ready to jump over into the jewelry making. Anyway, look at that. Ha ha. And let's put her right here. Let's see what that looks like. What you think? Ha ha. Please put your comments in the section below. Let me know what you think. Let's do another one right quick. I've got several of these. I'm gonna do one of the red on each of the points. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, jump ring. And an earring. All right. Aha. Works for me. Let's do 2 more for that peak. Okay. All right, there's number 3. All right. One more. Oh, this pen isn't long enough. Hold on. Wrong one. Yeah. Y'all, this is so much fun doing this. Wait till she see this. She's at work right now unless she got sent home early. Because it is snowing where she is, or it was earlier. And an earring. All right. Do, 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 do. One thing about this fabric that I'm using for the tree, it's a cotton twill. So doing a project like making the ornaments, the earring piece goes in pretty good. All right, so let's see what else we have. No. So what I might do later on, let's see what else she's got in here. Hold on. See what she has to make maybe a star. Hello, hello. Anybody out there that's new? Let's see. No, she doesn't have anything that could possibly be a star, but we can still. I'm gonna go back and make the teardrops to go on the other 3 tiers here at the top. So I got 3 more of these to make. And then I might see about using this some kind of way, if I can get it apart, to maybe act like a garland. But if I find enough red and silver, or if, yeah, enough red and silver, I will make a garland. And I don't think I have a whole lot left of red and silver. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. So I could do something like this. Give her a necklace, but it's not gonna show up, and that's the only thing about this fabric. I want it to break up the monotony a little bit with some other color that wasn't close to the green and the blue. How about that? Y'all see that? Yeah, something like that. I might find something like that to put in between the peaks and valleys, but I'm not sure yet. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Any questions about the tree itself, about how to make it, or anything like that? Anybody got any questions? I will be glad to tell you how to get it started, where to go to get started. Thank you. How tall is it? Hold on, let me see. Uh, 24 inches. This is all sewn up 24 inches. The pattern itself is the full length of a poster board. And I think the poster board was 24 inches as well. No, the poster board is about, I think, looks like 28. So I used, on the poster board, I started at the tip top corner and I drew the peak, the first triangle there. You can probably see where I messed up where I drew it. But I drew it too far in and it doesn't need to be that far in. So I started there and then I came down just a little bit. I didn't give it the full angle on the triangle. And then I went out and I got it. She had it curved on hers. I didn't dip mine as much through here. But you can see I had a little bit. And then I came out to a point that was longer than this point. And then I came back down to where these two kind of came together and I drew the hip. And I tried to make sure that the hip was at least to the end of here. So that's how I drew mine. And when you sew it, you're going to, when you open it up, you have to cut 4 on the fold, and then you put 2 together, and you come and you sew here, and you do your peaks and your valleys, and you know, your points and your turns. And when you get here, you come all the way around. But at this end, you have to come in enough. So you remember I just went to the machine and I had to finish that off so your stuffing or your polyfill won't come out. And then that's how you do that. So that's how I got my pattern. I freehanded it. Anybody else got any questions? I'm gonna show this to her, take a picture of it and send it to her. And then I will post it on my page, or you guys will see something on my on my TikTok. Okay, no problem. No problem. I'll see about that. But yeah, this was a nice project. If you're doing something for Vlogmas, or if it's something that you want to give somebody, like she was saying last night, you can do this and give to somebody. If you were to actually do this in a little bit bigger, it could be like one of those pieces that you sit on your front porch. If you have a front porch where you want to decorate, it could be that you could do it for that. Instead of having a live tree out there that you may or may not want to keep, it would be good for that. It would also be good as a corner piece in your house. If you have like a room that doesn't have anything, I know some people like to put up several trees. This would be a piece that you could to put in your house like that. I'm gonna try, but I don't have any lights. I don't have any lights, but I might put I'm definitely gonna figure out how to put some more ornaments on it, make some more ornaments to break up to break up all of this blue and green. Red, white, and green one. Oh, okay. A red, white, and green one. Yeah, if you can find the fabric for it. You know, right now we're struggling with fabrics these days. So yeah, if you can find the fabric. You probably might, with that color combination, you'll probably have to go to Find Fabrics with me and we pick out an Ankara. But definitely a cotton fabric would be the best, in my opinion, so that it will, if you're gonna do ornaments, you know, make your own ornaments like I did, then you can, they will penetrate, the actual hook will penetrate the fabric. 3? What colors? Today, now, this year, I don't have a pattern for it. This year, if you're talking about this year, you have to come over here and we talk about it and go find some fabric, because I don't have the fabric and I don't have the pattern, so I can probably find the pattern before you get here today. Okay, yeah, we can do it. We can do it for next year. Yeah, we can do it for next year. And hopefully I will have my embroidery machine. And if so, I'll put their names on it. Okay, definitely. Yeah, we can make that happen within the next 12 months. Yep. Anybody got any questions about Kim's project first project for Vlogmas? Okay. Yes, yes. As a stocking stuffer, but stuck on the outside, yes. And then they would have something that they could decorate with, yes. Yes. It's a very neat idea. Yes, you could do that as well. Um, that could be a project that I could do the stocking, and then they could come in the summertime and decorate it how they want to decorate it. But definitely not with hot glue, because it'll burn them. we have we have to let them use some good old Elmer's glue. Hot glue would burn them. Anybody got any more questions? Well, thank you guys for joining me today. I will post a picture. I'm gonna try to figure out how to take a picture and get it in a thumbnail that qualifies for YouTube. I haven't been that successful lately. Um, well, on that type of, it'll have to be on a fabric that you can draw on. If you're making it out of the traditional fabric, you're gonna have to use glue and glitter. Yep, because I don't get to see them. Yep. And I can put this table out for them and they can just have at it. Yep. We'll talk about that. Might be something we can do, start on like next month if you want to, or the month after. So they can have something to do, especially since Christmas is coming up, and they may have a couple of days that they could come up here and do a little something. So yeah. Anybody else got any questions? Well, thank you guys for joining me today here on the Chic as Me channel. I look forward to having you come back and join me again for whatever I'm doing. You know, this is a lifestyle channel, so you never know what you're gonna get. So go and check out some of the other videos and tell me what you think. Tell me what you want to see. Let's see if I can do those for you. And in the meantime, y'all be blessed.